Hi everyone, welcome to the drawing tool activity. So on this exercise you're going to make a program that actually draws. And to do this you're going to have to focus on what the user experiences and start thinking about that as a programmer, because everything in programming is made for someone. It might be for yourself, it might be for an audience, it might be something that you want to sell. So you always have to think about what the audience wants and what's the best experience for them. I can tell you Steve Jobs focused a lot on this when he was developing the Apple and the iPhone, the iPod. He thought, how can we make this easy for the user? How can we? And he put a lot of pressure on people to do this. So this is something you're going to have to think about today, is how you can make the best drawing program possible. And you can probably do better than me, but I'll show you what I've made up here. And so you're going to use the pen tool interactively and focus on user experience. Your requirements are that you at least allow the user to have 6 colors. You can change the colors by clicking on them, that you draw using the mouse, and you have a clear button, a button that says clear, and it clears the screen. Options for extension, ways that you can make this more complicated for yourself and maybe make it a little better. You probably think of some more ideas, but draw with the sprite instead of just the mouse, and have the line come from the correct spot. I'll show you how my example in a minute. Create a rainbow button or color, and I'll show you how that works. And prevent the user from drawing around the color block. So I'll show you what I mean by that. So let's go to my example. Go into the full screen so you can experience it. So I have a pencil that draws. It draws from the end. See? You can click on a color, and then you can go back. Oops. It should work, and draw in that color. See, so I click on the pink, it draws pink, and I can doodle with that. If I click rainbow, it draws a rainbow. If I hit clear, it goes away. And I cannot draw around my color blocks. See that? So I've stopped that from happening. And that's an option you can do too. So I assume you can do most of this. You should know how to draw it by this point. The colors changed are obviously sprites that you click on. So you change color by clicking on those sprites, and same with clear. Otherwise, I think this is a fairly simple program, so you might really want to try those extensions to make this a little more challenging. But really focus on the user experience, because you notice how, like, for example, that the color comes out of the end of the pencil. Doesn't that make more sense than if it came out the middle of the pencil? That wouldn't make much sense, would it? So really think about that. There's not a lot of complicated programming in this, so take your time with it and try and make it as good as possible. Maybe you want to put an opening screen in too, and with some instructions, although it seems pretty self-explanatory to me. So do your best with this, and then we're on to the next project.